Just like all things pleasure related, should always use lube. So I'm just going to slam some of this on these bushings on the back side here before I put these arms in. Hi, I'm Tangles. This is my garage and this is my car. We have here the left hand side, and I'm going to show you how to get the upper arm out so you can put the new ones in, and how to put new ones in, and also how to do the other stuff which I haven't mentioned yet. And here's the upper control arm, which I have already done. Undone this bolt because of that away. Okay, so that is literally all I've done. Jacked it up, taken the wheel off, undone that bolt. No, that's a 17mm. This is pretty much everything in here. I'm still throwing oil. There's none in the catch can. It's probably just residual from the other thing. I'll clean that up and take it for another run. There is a little bit of oil on the ground here. Let's keep going with the job at hand. I just need to crack this. I don't need to undo it all the way, just to make it a bit easier to get the other bolts. That's it. That's all I need, just to create space. That's what I need the jack under that for. Alright, jack's in there to save the day. At the back here we've got two more bolts, up there, one up there, and one in there. Now the other side I sprayed with penetrating fluid first, but since this side's been soaking in engine oil for the last couple of weeks, I might get lucky. These were very, very tight and very difficult to get out on the other side. Can't get a socket. I might be able to get a socket in there. I can't on this side, but use the old double spinner trick here. Put that on there. Okay, so we've got that on an end on there. Put this end on here, like that. Now, you do run the risk of breaking a spinner, but it's pretty unlikely. I've never broken one. You do run the risk though. And it's going to go push down to undo, so I'm going to have to put you down because these are very, very tight. Okay, I think I did not snap them on again. I think I cracked the bolt. There we go. Successfully undone that side. Just going to have to sit you there, and you're going to get whatever you get from there. So I can't really show you much in here, unfortunately. I can barely see myself. This one I got to lift up. Anything, something? There we go. Very, very tight. Okay, now that's cracked. I can use my toy ratcheting ring spinners. These are wonderful, wonderful bits of kit. So I don't know if you can see then, this arm was sitting up. Now I'm going to have to replicate that loading position when I put the other ones back in. Okay, so we're at the bit where I undid what I undid this for. I just need to manoeuvre this shocky to get the bolts out from behind it. That's one. That's the front one. And the back one's easier to get at. Not with the camera, obviously. That can be on there. There's the other bolt. And out she comes. Voila. Oh, the light. Horrible light. Here we go. That arm's out. Alright, that's the low control arm I took out just now. These are the arms that are replacing it. They have been modified, adjusted, preset to the right length, and greased. So as far as swinging spanners, putting these back in, it's a pretty simple job. It's easier than getting them out. But getting them in the first place isn't necessarily the hard bit. The harder bit's going to come after, when I've got to do them up with the weight on it. That's going to be the tricky bit. But I think I already told you how I'm going to do that. So unless something strange happens here, I'm just going to bolt these in off camera. Yeah, show you what I'm going to do afterwards. Alrighty, we're in. Arms are in. So these are done up reasonably tight, but they're not fully tight because I've got to finish them with the car load on them to emulate that preloading that was on that before. So next is to put the wheel back on. Alright, as you can clearly see, wheel is back on. I'm on a ramp now. That is, as I've said 100 times already, I'm sure, to finish tightening the arms with the load on them. So what I'm going to do now is get it, every one of those bolts, and just back it off quarter of a turn and then tighten it right up. And the ramps are so I can get under it. There should be enough room to get in there, I hope, and get at each of those arms. Now that's just to make sure the correct amount of load. Like I said, the upper arms were preloaded to an upward position, so I'm replicating that by doing this. That's it. So once I do that, I've also done up the bottom of the shockies as well. They're up tight, so we undo that one and not do it up. Once I do that, nip everything up, I put it back in the active stands, take the wheels off, double check all the bolts, job done. I've been in under it with it on its wheels, and I've done the best I can to do up everything in there as tight as I can with the load on it. It's pretty hard to access all of it with the wheel, but I managed to get a spinner on everything and have a crack at everything. Managed to get everything sort of backed off a smidgen and then done up as tight as I could. Now just do them up as tight as I can with full access, and I'm done. Done. Okay, for an extra special surprise for anyone who stayed in the video this long, new wheels. I don't know if I showed them before, but I have now, and I've also just quickly taken some measurements, very roughly. They're plus or minus a little bit because it's currently 9:45 at night. Is the triangle that I have based on the wheel diameter, a spirit level and a measuring tape, and if I chuck that in to the discombobulator, so it's a bit rough, but it's about 3, which is good. That's on this side. I haven't checked the other side. For the time being, I'm going to clean up, have a shower and go to bed, because that was hard work. But I'm happy that that camber is going to be about 3 degrees. Let's have a bit of a look down the car. You can see there's definitely some camber there, and the math says it's around about 3 degrees. I didn't check that the level was level. I didn't compare it to the ground, but it shouldn't be too far out. This garage is reasonably flat in the left right. Here's the other side. Same, I've test fitted the coils. That's what it looks like. Just got to roll it back in the garage a bit, shut the door, have a shower, go to bed, job done. Happy days. Pending a quick test drive tomorrow at some point. I've checked the camber here. On the right hand side, this is looking at the front of the car, so on the right hand side we have a camber angle of 3.27. On the left it's 3.08. Now I've done that by measuring using a digital level up the side of the wheel and then measuring across to get that. So I know that measurement, that's the wheel diameter, and I know this measurement because I measured it. Slam those two into a right angle triangle calculator, gives you that angle, gives you everything, but those two are enough to work out the angle. My garage floor is between 0.3 and 0.1, so let's call it 0.4 degrees that 2 that way, which stands that up by 0.2 and lays that over by 0.2, so it makes that 3.28, and that one's 3.07 if everything's correct. So yeah, it's somewhere between those two numbers each, and therefore it's pretty good. It's good enough for doing it at home anyway in the time I have, so it's going to have to do. I might have a look at if I can do the tow. So here's my tow rig, a string line set up 100mm from the rim on all 4, and it is exactly 100mm on all 4. I don't know if you're going to be able to read this. At all 4 points, it's precisely 100mm, which means my tow is unchanged at neutral or very close to neutral. It was within less than a millimetre of neutral previously. So So I'm happy that this side hasn't changed and that side hasn't changed. It shouldn't have changed. So yeah, I just want to double check I wouldn't have some strange toe reaction from it. I didn't think it would, because the suspension geometry, because we've got caster, so that's exaggerated, leans back, and we've brought it in at the top. It's effectively steering, so if you bring that down 90 degrees, that's steering the toe in at the bottom. So you think, well hang on, then you should have got some toe out, which is, it's out for the front, which is what it measures, but because the hub is below it and over here, doing that's gonna want to push it out at the back and therefore in at the front. So I'd say that they've cancelled each other out to within a reasonable level. They won't be exact, but it appears to be about right. So yeah, happy days, she's good to go.